Hello, my name is Jennifer Johnson, and my speech is about saving a life. On August 4th of 2012, my family got horrifying news. My brother got diagnosed with leukemia, a cancer located in the bone marrow. He is 36 years old and has a wonderful wife and a loving 2-year-old daughter, and they had no idea this was going to happen to them. He and many other patients like him are fighting for their life every day, making it one step ahead of the cancer. He was so advanced that the doctors decided to go ahead and go straight through to a bone marrow transplant, including chemo and radiation. When you start looking for a bone marrow transplant person, you look at the siblings, seeing if you guys have the closest DNA match or genetic match. Next, if that's not the case, then you look on a National Bone Marrow Donor Registry. My topic I'm going to talk about today is actually being on that bone marrow donor transplant list. Trying to get people to sign up. What would you do if you had a close friend or family member get sick and there was one thing that you could do to save their life? Would you do it? I'm going to tell you guys today about some success rates with some statistics about some other diseases. I'm going to talk about what effects you and the patient would get if you were to donate, and how to get started on donating. Some statistics. Did you know that 130,000 Americans this year will be diagnosed with a horrible blood disease? Only 30% of those people will find their match in their family members. The other 70% will actually get it from the bone marrow donor registry. My brother has acute myeloid leukemia, which 44,000 Americans will be diagnosed with that cancer this year. About 3,500 of them will be children. Instead of just the chemo and the radiation killing it all off, it kills off your stem cells, which live in your immune system, in the middle of your bones, that creates all that immunity, and your allergies are there. Some diseases that are affected by the bone marrow transplant list. So sickle cell anemia can have a bone marrow transplant, leukemia, of course, lymphoma, and multiple myeloma. Only 2% of the population is actually on the bone marrow registry list, which is a really crazy way to put it. Only 2% of us Americans. Some effects that you and the patient will get. You will be getting a 5-day injection, kind of makes your stem cells come out and seep through your bone into your bloodstream. So it's pretty much like giving a blood donation, except it goes through this big machine and it circulates all those stem cells out, and then the blood goes back into your system, and it takes about 2 weeks for your bone marrow to actually grow back. And so for the actual patient, it takes them about 14 to 18 days to finally start growing. And for them, all they do is sit there, and it's like a blood transfusion. Just inject it into their skin, and it just seeps through. Some effects that the actual patient has are a little different. Since the radiation, you do that first, which kills off all of your immunity, all of your blood type. You don't even know what blood type you are, and you cannot live with that bone marrow for 2 weeks. That's when it's supposed to start growing back. My brother lost his blood type. He is now went from A negative to A positive, and now he lost all of his allergies. The only allergies he has now is from the actual donor, which is an exotic fruit. So if I was to donate to someone, they would get my blood type and my allergies. It's kind of a cool way to put it. My brother actually just had his done in February. and he had a hard time because of that radiation. It hits your organs so hard that it's hard for your body to regenerate all of that health back into your body, your immune system, killing off bacteria and everything. So he had a hard time with his liver. Now I'm going to show you a video of my brother's transplant actually happening.
Go into the tube. So I'm going through now. Some white signals. So you can see where the pink is starting to come through. Yep. They're just cruising down down. There's our vehicle. And you can actually see them up there. I'm driving this awfully cool. Pretty cool, huh, babe? Thanks for coming through. Look where this generous person was. Probably just one of the people that's on like the marrow donation list. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm on that. 28-year-old donor.
My brother's donor was 28 years old, somewhere in the United States. And my brother actually had 3 potential bone marrow matches, which is incredible. In my mind, I thought no one would. To get started on joining, it's not very hard. All you have to do is go to www.marrow.org, and the foundation is called Be a Match. And they send you this kit. You pretty much fill out a profile first. Your name, your address, where you live, and then they ask you a bunch of health questions to make sure that you are able to donate. And they send you this kit right here that all you have to do is take the swab the inside of your cheeks, send it back in, and that's your DNA. That's kind of a little test that they do to see if you're on the bone marrow, if you can donate to someone. And then if you are close to someone, then they do extra testing through your blood. This is my brother laying in bed. All these pictures actually are my brother and my little niece. Donating bone marrow can be a really great feeling, knowing you can save someone's life. But knowing the statistics and other diseases that need bone marrow transplants and the effects that you will get and how to get started. No one forced him to do anything, the donor for my brother. All he was doing was signing up on a list. And I hope that if I was sick one day that someone could save me. Even if you put your name on the list and no one calls you, it's no big deal. It just means there's a person out there that doesn't need your DNA or your cells. That's the beauty of it. You can be waiting on there for the right person to come along and help a family and a patient in need. And that's the thing, like if you don't get a call, it's no big deal. You might not ever get a call your whole life. Does anyone have any questions? My name is Jennifer Johnson, and this is my speech on saving a life.